Hey, I wanted to make a really quick video this morning and tell you about how to do something before you're ready. A lot of people have been coming to me lately and asking me how I knew that the Boss Lady Bash, the event that I run, was going to be a success, or how I knew when to put it out in the world. And if there's one thing I can tell you in the first 30 seconds of this video, is that it was not ready when I put it out in the world. It was not, the sales page wasn't even done, to be honest. I had nothing in place. I had nobody called. I had no vendors on board. I just knew that it was something that I could make happen, and I put it out there, and it sold out in less than 48 hours. So today I want to talk about putting it out there, doing it before you're ready, doing it when it's good enough, not when it's completely done. I'm Lauren Caselli, a conference, trade show, retreat, and workshop planner for creative businesses and entrepreneurs. And today I'm talking about the 3 things you absolutely have to have in place before you put something out there in the universe. So the first thing you need to do before you put something out there in the universe is you need to have an idea, and you need to communicate it to people. So that's kind of 2 things, but you need to have both of those things. So for me, it was the Boss Lady Bash. I knew that networking sucked. I knew that people hated it. Every time I talked to anyone, man or woman, about networking, I would say, what was the last good networking event you went to? And it always went some version of, I don't know, because I hate networking, or it was a networking event where I drank and ate so much and then, I went home. Nobody ever talked about really great connections. Nobody talked about being so inspired. And I knew that that was something that could happen from networking because I'd experienced it. So that was the first thing. That was my idea, a networking event that did not make people feel terrible about themselves when they went home. And so I just wrote a sales page. That was, it sounds simple, but I was a copywriter for 2 years. I spent maybe like 2 or 3 hours kind of like writing, getting some feedback, rewriting, going up to a friend's apartment, seeing what she thought, getting her feedback, rewriting, and finally just nailed it down and was like, I'm going to be done for now, and then I'll edit it later. Which later turned out to be never, because I never ended up editing it. So those were the first things I had. I had a way to convey the information to people. I had an idea, and then I had a way to convey the information to people. So those were the first things I needed and I had, and those are the first 2 things that you'll need. Number 2, so that's like a part 1 and part A and part B of 1. Part 2 is a way for people to A, get more information, or B, to pay you. So it's not enough just to have the copy up there and be like, woohoo, this is my great idea. You really need a way for people to find out more information. So for the Boss Lady Bash, it was a ticket sale. So I had a PayPal button and a link to my PayPal account, which probably took me far longer to figure out how to do that than had I just paid someone, but whatever. So I figured that out, got my payment all set up, and maybe it's just collecting email addresses. Maybe you say, I have this really, really great idea. I want you to be on board. Sign up for when it's ready. But just put the idea out there in the world, see how many people sign up, see how many people are interested in it, and go from there. You don't even really have to sell the product right away. And maybe this is kind of like your test gauge. So number 1, you need an idea, you need a way to convey it. And then number 2, you need a way for people to find out more information / purchase it from you. And then number 3, the last thing you need is promises that you can deliver upon. And this is kind of part of the sales page, but you need some promises that you can keep to people, because that's going to make people feel really, really invested and really interested in whatever the product is. So for me, the 3 things I knew I could deliver on was 1, a networking experience unlike any other networking experience that you've ever had, where you created real relationships. I knew I could deliver on that. That was not hard for me. I was like, the very end of the day, you're going to go home with some new friends. The second thing I knew I could deliver on was some food and drink, because I knew how to buy food and drink from the store, and that was pretty easy. I could feed people and give them a glass of wine, not hard. And the third thing I could deliver on was some fun swag. I had friends that are talented artists and talented paper designers, and I knew that they would help me out, or I could pay them, and I knew I could deliver some fun things to people as a thank you for them coming to the event. So I knew those were my promises. I knew I could deliver it. Slapped all that on a web page, posted it on the internet, sent it out to 10 of my friends, and it grew from there, which was really exciting. I was not ready. Let me tell you the amount of things that I had to go back and redo. After people signed up, this is a whole nother video, but after people signed up, I literally hid under my covers, because I now had to find a caterer, and I had to find a way to buy alcohol, and I had a way to find I had a venue, but that's another story. I had to find all these things because now people were coming to this event. So do it before you're ready. Do it before it's done. Put it out there in the world in a very public way, and your people will hold you accountable to make it as perfect as it needs to be. I wanted to let you know that today is opening day for Boss Lady Bash Round 2. I am a little more prepared than I was last time, and I have a lot more people on board and a lot more help and a lot more amazing things and some new surprises that if you went to the last Boss Lady Bash, this time it'll be a little bit different. The structure will be the same amazing connections will be made with different people. But if you're in Montana or Idaho or Wyoming, or even you want to make a special trip to Bozeman for Wednesday, June 3rd, I would love to see you. It's going to be so much fun, and we're going to have a great time, and we're going to really make some connections, some business connections that are going to help you and your business and your network and help you grow in a way that you would be surprised that a networking event could give you. I'm Lauren Caselli. Thank you so much. I would love to see you at the Boss Lady Bash, and if not, I will see you next week.